was a good win for us. It's good to get Evan Beal out there for the first time this year. Thought he threw the ball very well. I was a little bit worried just because he'd been a little bit rusty the few times that he got to throw to a few hitters, I guess, in a practice setting. But he threw the ball very well. He was very composed. His changeup was very good. Threw a couple good curveballs in there, and that gives us certainly another option on our pitching staff, and one with experience and talent and good stuff. So, big shot in the arm for us tonight was the performance of Evan. Thought Kurt was okay, and Vince, was all right, and Reed finished the game up. It was a well-pitched game on our part. For the most part, we played good defense, and I guess we made that one error on the comebacker there. But all in all, I was proud to get 2 wins this week on Tuesday and Wednesday. When our team wasn't necessarily at full strength, and it's a credit to our guys for kind of circling the wagons a little bit and finding a way to keep winning. Coastal historically is a really, really good team. They got a great tradition. Gary does an incredible job, and he's been kind of bit by the injury bug, so to speak, and a number of his better players and better pitchers he just had terrible luck with his personnel this year because he's got some really good players over there that are unable to play and compete, and I know he's frustrated. If they're at full strength, he has a really, really good team. But so I hate that for him, but hopefully they can get their guys back at the end of the year and have a big finish to the end of their season.
Questions? Coach, with Evan Beal, sort of what do you foresee the role for him going forward? I know he's an older guy. So.
I don't know. I mean, he obviously gives us an option out of the bullpen in the weekend. I don't think we're to a point where we're going to, tinker with our 3 guys on the weekend. But Evan certainly gives us an option in the bullpen on the weekend, and he certainly is an option to start in the midweek. I don't really know what his role is right now. It's one outing. But certainly he's been around the block here. He's thrown in some big games. He's been in some big moments, and he had a good summer. He's got some confidence coming off what he was able to do this past summer in the Cape Cod League, and it was good to see him in a competitive situation. So obviously we can use an arm like that and stuff like that. In what specific role, I don't know yet, but we'll find a place to use him if he's throwing like he threw tonight.
Yeah. When you're sitting here in the middle of a 5-game week, how much of a lift does it give you for 4 guys to run out and throw a 1-hit shutout?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously big. A number of reasons tonight was a big win for us. Not only, obviously, the most important thing was getting the win, but we didn't use Mincy, we didn't use Seddon, and we didn't have Greiner or Schrock available. So to continue to get those guys rest, ones that are hurt, and I think it's important for us to rest Mincy and Seddon as well. That's important, and hopefully we can get healthy Friday and be ready, because we're going to need to be. We're going to have to do more offensively. We're going to have to play better to be able to win the series this weekend against Tennessee. So I guess if I take anything away from the 2 midweek wins this week is I think we've been able to rest up. We were able to win, and hopefully it enables us or gives us the best chance to be healthy Friday, and our bullpen's fresh. So those are good things.
Staying with that a little bit, last week obviously you didn't have a midweek game going into the series. This week you had a chance to rest some guys, but do you think it'll help going into this series that you were able to get some other guys some work?
Well, yeah, I mean, we needed to get Kurt and Evan out there, and Vince, hadn't pitched much. His numbers were very good, so it's good to get him in back-to-back. Vince can be very, very helpful for us. Another lefty out of the bullpen to help match up, and we have the utmost confidence in him. So we need to get him out there, and it's good to see him throw well. And obviously Logan did okay. He caught our pitchers well and held his own, so we won't have a panic attack if we have to put him in a tight spot in the league, or if Grayson's thumb, flares up on him, or if Grayson can't go Friday. We'll have to continue to manage the game, and Logan's good enough to manage the game back there. It's good to get Gene Cone some at-bats and another start. So, yeah, it was good. I mean, I don't know if any of those guys in the position player standpoint, set the world on fire by any stretch, but I think getting Vince out there, to me, kind of sticks out a little bit this week.
And what's today's update on Schrock and Greiner?
You know, Grayson got a new guard, I don't know what you call it, apparatus, put on his thumb, and he took BP, like that word. He took BP today, and it was awkward for him, but he squared a few balls up in BP. If it was a league game in May and we're playing for a seed or maybe he plays. But you know, it's like one swing where it flares up on it, pain's just unbearable. So I guess our fingers are crossed. I think Max is getting a lot better, and I would be shocked if he can't DH at least this weekend, or be in there at some point. Still fingers are crossed on Grayson. We obviously need Grayson in there to be the type of team that we want to be. So we're going to err on the side of caution with him, because if we can't play him this weekend, can't play him, we still got a number of big series coming. And we're not going to push him in there and say this is win at all costs weekend, because it's not. And it's not fair to Grayson. It's not fair to our team as far as the rest of the season. So if he can't play, we'll hold him out.
Just real quick, I'm sure he was on a pitch count that there was at 48 for Beal. Was there any thought of leaving him in there long enough to get a win, or it doesn't factor in?
No, it wasn't. That wasn't a thought. He wasn't going to throw. 48 was a little bit more than I wanted to go. We were thinking 35 to 45. When the game started, it's his first time. When we put guys out there for the first time in January, they throw 2 innings. And, he threw 4 tonight, so he threw a little bit more than we wanted him to throw.
Anything else for our coach?